My name is Sarah, and this is the story of how I got a family but never got love. I do not remember my real mother's face. I do not remember my real father's voice. The first place I remember in my life is an orphanage, a big cold room, many small beds, and many children who cried every night. I was only 4 years old when I came there. I do not know why my parents left me. Sometimes I think they were poor. Sometimes I think they did not want me. Every night I slept hugging my pillow and asked myself, why did nobody want me? Every morning I stood near the gate. I watched cars pass by. I watched families come and go. Every time someone entered the orphanage, my heart started beating fast. Maybe today someone will choose me. But most days, nobody did. When I was 5 years old, a couple came to the orphanage. They were well dressed. They looked kind. The woman smiled at me and touched my hair. The man asked, "What is her name?" The caretaker said, "Her name is Sarah." They talked for a long time. Then the woman said, "We want to adopt this girl." That day, everyone congratulated me. The caretaker hugged me and said, "You are very lucky, Sarah." For the first time in my life, someone chose me. That night, I could not sleep. I kept imagining my new home, a warm bed, a mother who would hug me, a father who would call me his daughter. I whispered to myself, I will finally have a family. When I went to my new house, everything was big. Big rooms, big sofa, big dining table. They gave me new clothes, new shoes, a new bag, but they did not give me what I wanted the most: love. At first they were polite. They spoke softly, but they never hugged me, never kissed me, never said, "We love you." After a few months, their real behavior started to show. They had a real son. He was their own child. They loved him very much. They bought him toys. They took him outside. They laughed with him and me. They treated me like a guest, no, like a servant. Every morning I woke up early. I cleaned my room. I washed dishes. I helped in the kitchen. If I made a small mistake, my adoptive mother shouted, "You are useless!" If her son made a mistake, she smiled and said, "It's okay, my child." At the dining table, her son got more food. Better food, I got less, sometimes only leftovers. If I asked for more, she said, "You should be thankful we adopted you." Those words hurt me more than any slap. You should be thankful, as if love was a favor. In school, I tried to act normal, but children are very sharp. One day a girl asked me, "Are you their real daughter?" I did not know what to say. Another boy said, "My mother said you are adopted." Everyone looked at me. I felt ashamed. That day, I came home and asked my adoptive mother, "Mom, am I your real daughter?" She looked at me coldly and said, "No, and don't forget that." That night I cried quietly under my blanket. I whispered, "So I really belong nowhere." Many nights I cried alone. I talked to myself. Why did they adopt me if they never wanted to love me? Sometimes I stood in front of the mirror and asked, is there something wrong with me? I tried very hard to be good. I studied well. I cleaned more. I never complained. I thought, if I become perfect, maybe they will love me. But love never came. One day I heard them talking in their room. The door was slightly open. My adoptive father said, "We only adopted her because people were talking. They said we should do charity." My adoptive mother said, "And she helps a lot in the house. It was useful." My heart stopped. I understood everything. They did not adopt me because they wanted a daughter. They adopted me because they needed help and because society was watching. That night, I cried like I had never cried before. One winter night, I became very sick, high fever. My whole body was shaking. I went to my adoptive mother and said softly, "Mom, please, I am not feeling well." She looked at me and said, "Don't act. Go and sleep." I said, "Please, I am scared." She turned her face away. "Go, don't disturb us." I lay on the cold bed the whole night, alone, talking in my fever. Maybe if I die, someone will finally feel sad. In the morning, I felt very weak. I thought I might die. My hands were shaking. I took a paper and wrote slowly, "Dear Mom and Dad, I know I am not your real daughter. I tried very hard to be good. I cleaned the house. I studied well. I never complained, but I never became your child. If I leave this house, maybe your life will be better. Thank you for giving me a roof. Goodbye, Sarah." I kept the letter in my bag, and that night I left the house quietly. I did not take anything. No clothes, no money, only my pain. I walked for a long time. I did not know where to go. I sat near a bus stop and cried. An old woman came to me. She asked softly, "Child, why are you crying?" I told her everything. She listened silently. Then she hugged me. That was the first hug I had felt in many years. She said, "Come with me, my child." She and her husband had no children. They took me to their small house. They gave me food, a warm blanket, and something I had never received before. Love, they called me, our daughter, and this time they meant it. Years passed. Today I am grown up. I am strong, but that little girl inside me still remembers being chosen, but never being loved. And now I understand one thing: a family is not made by papers, a family is made by love. Moral: adoption gives a child a home, but only love gives a child a family. If this story touched your heart, please like this video and subscribe for more stories like this.